Dear students, today we'll discuss about deterministic pushdown automata. So, generally, the pushdown automata itself, the definition allowed as a non-deterministic. So, when we call it as a general pushdown automata, we may think it is either deterministic or non-deterministic also. Specifically, if they mentioned deterministic, then we need to follow the things. The deterministic pushdown automata is similar to finite automata. When it comes to finite automata, we are having deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. So, like a deterministic finite automata, here we are having deterministic pushdown automata. So, when it comes to deterministic pushdown automata, here we should concentrate one thing, that is delta of q comma a comma x. So, if you contain more than one pair similarly like this, then we say that it is non-deterministic pushdown automata. If you are having a unique transition like this, then we say that it is deterministic. So, when you are dealing with some complicated missions, you must and should go with non-deterministic, and some missions may go with deterministic. Here you should observe that every deterministic pushdown automata will be a non-deterministic pushdown automata, but not every non-deterministic pushdown automata is pushdown automata. So you should keep in mind that every pushdown automata, deterministic pushdown automata means DPDA is non-deterministic, but not every non-deterministic PDA is deterministic. Okay, should keep in mind that. So when we call it as a deterministic, if you are having unique transition functions means delta of q comma a comma x, if it is an unique, then we say that it is a deterministic. Otherwise, we say that it is non-deterministic. So here we are having two conditions to satisfy whether it is deterministic or non-deterministic. One is called delta of q comma a comma x has at most one member for any q in q. So at most one member, not at least, at most means the state q is nothing but state. Capital Q indicates number of states. So small q indicates a particular state and capital Q indicates number of states. So if you considered any transition function, so delta of q comma a comma x has at most one member for any q in q, a in sigma or a equal to epsilon and x in t. Here of t, it is a stack symbol. So a is an input symbol, q is a state and x is a stack symbol. So when you observe these things, so should be having a unique. You should not having more than one with similar things. Then we call it as a deterministic. And another condition, if delta of q comma a comma x is non-empty for some a in sigma, then delta of q comma epsilon comma x must be empty. So if this is not an non-empty transition function, then delta of epsilon comma x must be empty, should be empty. So simply we say that, so you should contain a unique transition function. It should contain a unique transition function. So this function should be a unique. Then we say that deterministic pushdown automata. So next we go through some examples on deterministic push down automata. So in previous class also we discussed one example how it is in automata, push down automata will be like this. Now we'll go some examples. Okay, so in this unit you should consider on PDA examples. So by end of the unit we'll go through the previous question paper also. Okay, whatever the questions they asked, I will explain the things. Okay, so now we go with some examples on this one. Assume it we are having one language like L equal to a to the power of n, b to the power of m, such that n greater than m. Assume it this is one language, and you suppose it to implement push down automata. Already you people know that why we should implement in push down automata only. Why don't you go for finite automata? The thing is, if anything required memory, then you must and shouldly work with push down automata. If it is doesn't require memory, then we can go with finite automata. Here we need to consider, we need to count number of A's and number of B's. So what they are saying, a to the power of n, b to the power of m. The language is contain the strings a to the power of n, b to the power of m, and they are saying the condition n greater than m, means number of A's should be greater than number of B's. So if you are going with finite automata, how would you know how many A's are there and how many B's are there? We can't calculate, we can't count it. So but here we are having stack. So with the help of stack we can count how many A's are there and how many B's are there. That is only the reason you are implementing with the help of push down automata. Now we should consider that we need to start with a starting state. Assume it I started with Q naught. So here we are having the possible strings are A without B. Why? Because assume it m is greater than or equal to 0. M is greater than or equal to 0. It is automatically. Why? Because if you consider n equal to 1, so 1 should be greater than m and 1 should be greater than m. In that situation, m will be 0. So they no need to mention the condition, but automatically it will come. Then A, B will be there. A, B will be there. Like that, there is a chance to get the strings. So you need to consider these strings to construct a push down automata. So here when you consider that, here there is a chance to get number of A's. So already we know that the static symbol we should contain Z0. Stack contains the static symbol Z0. So Q0 will be the starting state. We'll get number of A's. So if we get number of A's, assume it the starting is A. So the translation function will define input, comma, what is the present stack symbol. So at present the stack is having Z0 only. So if Z0 is there, then we need to perform push operation. So here we need to push number of A's. Then when it comes to B's, we need to pop the elements. Then what we are doing? We are pushing A, and the current stack is Z0. So current stack element is Z0 and we are pushing A. Okay, we pushed A. Assume it I am considering this one A, B. I am considering this string. We are pushing A. Assume it what will be the next element? A. So if A is input symbol, and what is the stack symbol now we have? the top stack is A. So then A is stack element, then we'll push it. We push into A. So this indicates present stack top element, and this indicates we are going to push. So A we are going to push. Next what we have? A. Next we have A. So if we having A and top of the element is also A, if we are having A and top of the stack element is also A, then what we know do? We'll push it. Again we are pushing A. Again we are pushing A. Then what is the next element? B. So as per we think we need to push number of A's, then we need to pop number of B's. So if B is there, then I am going to move to next state. So if input is B, and stack element is A, then we'll go with pop. Just I am popping. So I got the P. So just I am popping. This one I am popping. So I am moving to next state Q1. I am moving to next state Q1. So again it may contain number of B's. It may contain number of B's. So here I am going to loop, self loop. So if another B if I found, and stack element is A, just I am popping. So another element is B is there. So what I am doing? I am popping this one. What is the next one? We don't have. So it is nothing but empty. So here you should observe that n greater than m means number of A's should be greater than number of B's. Number of A's should be greater than number of B's. So now B's are over, but you suppose to number of A's should be still. A should be in stack. So if you found A still number of A's in stack, then only we can go with final state. Otherwise we can't move. So the input string should be empty and stack element should be A. So we don't need to pop everything, just we'll keep like that only. Then in this situation we can reach final state. Okay. Once I am repeating, we assumed one string which satisfies the given language. Here I assumed A, B. So we'll start one starting state. Then after, if A is there, starting will be A is there, and the starting stack element is Z0. If A is there and starting element is Z0, then we'll push the A. So push element will be on right hand side and stack element first pushed element will come, then the top of the stack element will come. So A Z0 came. Again if we repeat number of A's, then what we'll do? A, if A input is A and top of the stack element is also A, then just we'll push into A. It will repeat for 3 A's, and then after I received B. So number of A's will be pushed, and when we get 1 by 1 B, then pop operation will do. So here what I am doing, if input is B and top of the stack is A, just I am doing pop operation. So pop operation will be represented with epsilon. So in some books they will represent with lambda also. Either lambda or epsilon we can represent. So if we received B and A is the top of the element, then pop operation will do. And you may contain number of B's. That's why I am going with self loop for Q1 operation, Q1 state. I am going self loop with Q1 state. So even here input is B, and if stack element is A, then just pop operation we are doing. and once the b's are over, then we'll go with epsilon. Once b's are over, then we'll go with epsilon. So, but even though b's are over, a should be there. Even though b's are over, a should be there. Then only the given language is satisfied. So, I am moving from Q1 state to Q2 state when if string is over and top of the stack is A, then only I am moving. Otherwise, should be in dead state. So, this is the PDA, deterministic PDA for the given language. But here, you assume that there is a chance to get M0, means only A's will be there. Only A's will be there. So, there is a chance to get only A's without B. Why? Because if M is 0, B will not be there. But N is greater than M, so at least one A will be there. In that situation, I am moving from Q0 to directly final state. When if I received empty string and top of the element is A, top of the stack element is A, just I am keeping A as it is and I am reaching to final state. So this is about deterministic push down automata for the given language. We'll go with another example. So just keep in mind that it is the most important question and there is a chance to ask in previous question papers and there is a chance to ask in examination also. In last class I gave 2 assignments to you. I don't know whether you people did or not, but if you try then it is okay. Otherwise I will discuss by end of this unit. Okay, so we'll go with another example. Just a minute. Okay, so I will go with another example how we are going to construct push down automata. So now I am going to consider another language called some L equal to a to the power of n and b to the power of 2n, such that n greater than or equal to 0. This is one type of language. So we need to construct push down automata. So before going to construction of push down automata, should keep in mind that you should able to understand the given language. Here the language is saying that so a to the power of n and b to the power of 2n means if you're having some 2a's, b will be 4, 2n. If you are having a 3a's, then b contains 6b's. If you are having 4a's, b contains 8b's. So how we are going to do like that? So 4a's are there. When we push 4a's, then 4b's will pop. What about remaining? For 4b's, 4a's will pop. Then what about remaining thing? So again it is a problem. So what we'll do here is, so for every push of a, instead of 1a, I will push 2a's. Then the problem will solve. Instead of pushing 1a, I will go to push 2a's for every one input a. Then, for example, if I go through that, the language is strings like this. It may contain, so n greater than or equal to 0 means 1b will be there, sorry, b, 1b will be there. There is a chance to go with 1b. Okay, so a b square, okay, a square b to the power of 4, a cubed b to the power of 6, like this we may go. So if I consider this one, or else if I consider this one, so when I elaborate it, the string will be 2a's 4b's, 2a's 4b's. I will consider this string. So we'll start with the starting state like Q0. So initially stack element will be Z0. So if input is A, and stack element is Z0, what we'll do? We'll push it. But here not single A, we'll push 2A's. We'll push 2A's. Z0 is a stack element. Again, we may get number of A's, not single A. Again, if I get A, then top of the stack is A, I push it 2A's. If stack element is A, then what we'll do? We'll push 2A's, and top of the stack is A. So again I found another A. Then what we'll do? I will push 2A's. Next is B. So if I received B, then what will do? I will go with another next state. If I received B, if input is B, and stack element is A, then what will do? Just will pop it. So Q1 is the state. So like in a previous example, same. If I go with number of B's, for every B, I will go with pop. So B, and if I found stack element is A, then just will pop. And then finally, I will go to final state. So if empty string is there and top of the element is Z0 stack element, just I will keep Z0 and I will move to final state Q2. Okay. So if the string is over, then we will move to final state. Again I am repeating. Here the language L equal to 2 to the power of n, b to n, b to the power of 2n, n greater than or equal to 0. So if I found 1a, then b's will be 2. If I found 2a's, b's will be 4. If I found 3a's, b's will be 6. So 3a's, if we push 3b's, for 3b's will pop it. What about remaining 3b's? I don't know the count. So here you must and surely contain, if I am having 2a's, b should be 4. If it is contain 3 or only 2, then the string is not valid. So we should consider that if number of a's should be equal to number of b's, number of b's should be double of a's. So here what we'll do? So if I if I input get 1a, I need to push 2a's. So a Z0 is stack element. If the starting element, then I will push 2a's. Again, if I found a and stack element is a, then I will push 2a's. And if I get b, for every b, one pop will be done. So that's the final state. And again, once you consider that at least one b will be there. There is a chance to get without a's. Then what will do? So I need to move from here to here. And here you may contain only one b. There is a chance to get only one b, not 2, 3, 4 b's like that. Why? Because if I contain a 1, then b should be 2. If I contain A0, one B will be there. So if I get B and stack element is Z0, simply I will go with Z0. So final state will reach. So this is about push down automata. So you need to practice it very well. So it's very simple thing, and there is a chance to get question from push down automata, or else from CFG to PDA conversion, or PDA to CFG conversion. So CFG to PDA and PDA to CFG conversion already in previous classes we discussed, and now we discussed about how to construct a PDA. Okay, so next we'll continue next class. Okay, thank you.